Hi everyone, please turn to a new page of your notebook. Write down the date of today and the learning target. Apply ASTC. And as you can see, below is the table and the conclusion that we have drawn yesterday. So please pause the video and then copy the figure once again on your notebook. Okay, and from yesterday's lesson, we have gone through several things. The first thing is, for the XY axis, it separates the paper into 4 different areas, and they are called as quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay, and next, when it comes to angles, we know that the positive x-axis refers to the 0 degree, and then the positive y-axis refers to the 90 degree, and so on, 180 degree, 270 degree, and finally, when we come back to the positive x-axis, it refers to the 360 degree. Okay, finally, when we want to know that if sine theta, cosine theta, or tangent theta in different quadrants are positive or negative, we comes to a conclusion that for quadrant 1, sine, cosine, or tangent are all positive, and for quadrant 2, only sine is positive, and for quadrant 3, only tangent is positive, and finally for quadrant 4, only cosine is positive. Okay, so today I want you to add something in these figures, that is something like that. Please take out a red pen to draw the figures. Okay, okay, so as you can see, there are 4 right angle triangles are here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I will call it as butterfly. Okay, or you can call it as a bow tie. So when we want to construct some triangle in these 4 quadrants, we will construct in these 4 ways: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I will give you some examples later. Okay, and then give you a quick revision about sine, cosine, and tangent. So please draw a right angle triangles on your notebook. Okay, and then define an angle theta. So first, for this triangle, there are 3 lines, and usually we call it as hypotenuse, opposite side, and adjacent sides. So for the longest side, we will call it as hypotenuse. So I will write it as H. Okay, and then next, imagine this theta like an eye. Okay, like an eye. Okay, and it will look at the opposite wall. So therefore, it is opposite side. So I will call it as O. So finally, for the remaining length, we will call it as adjacent side, A. Okay, then for sine theta, so it is opposite side, O, divided by hypotenuse. And for cosine theta, it is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, A over H. And finally, for tangent theta, it is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Okay, so please mark it down. We will use this very often in this chapter. Okay, next, one of the techniques, mathematical techniques, we will use it as always in this chapter is, so please help me to draw another right angle triangle. Okay, and then mark the longest side as C, and then randomly put A and B for the remaining 2 sides or 2 lengths. Okay, we know that the relation between these three lines are c squared equals to a squared plus b squared. And it is the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so for the next part of the videos, I will give you some examples of how can we make use of these new things.